Welcome back, viewers, for another episode of BladTV. Currently, we have Bert Luzincases.
That's how you pronounce it. Luzincases.
Luzincases Esquire, or?
It's just Bert Luzincases. As far as my degree is concerned, don't technically. Bert Luzincases is fine.
And you're an attorney, correct?
Well, sort of. No, not really. Kind of. I'm a public defender, and I do represent people. Attorney is thrown around loosely in the industry. There's different levels. I consider myself an advocate.
Okay. Alright, I guess we'll take that. So is there a case right now that you're working on that you can speak on?
Sure, so, no. On the record, no. Off the record, sure. So right now my client is facing 30 years in prison, essentially did not use his turn signal. We're working with the prosecution on a deal right now.
What kind of deal?
Well, hoping to cut that down in half, 15 years.
For a turn signal?
It's a little more complicated than it sounds. Didn't use his turn signal. He's also a minority. We're working with the prosecution right now to try and work that down. But it's a little complicated with the turn signal, the minority, which technically, legally shouldn't matter. We're working a deal right now.
Just to be clear, everything here is being recorded, so technically everything's on the record.
It's alright. This is a different record.
Alright. So do you know any prosecutors or judges pretty well?
Oh yeah, we golf, we go to dinner, and we all know each other's families. We all know each other very well. We're all good friends, good friends. They usually pick up the tab. I usually can't afford. Same with the prosecutors. I pretty much know the district attorney, head prosecutors. We're all very friendly with each other. And that's how I'm able to work some of these deals, is because we're friends outside of the courthouse.
Okay.
So.
I know there's, you have to abide by attorney-client privilege, but who are
attorney-client privilege? Could you kind of refresh me on exactly what that, because I think I use a different jargon.
It's kind of like the HIPAA between you and your doctor. Between a person and his doctor?
Me and my doctor do not own a hippo. I've heard a doctor for a hippo, but a hippo for a doctor, I don't know.
HIPAA. You know how a doctor, when you go to see a physician, they have to keep all your information private due to your rights, your HIPAA rights. So whenever you go to see a physician, they can't talk about, what you go to the doctor for. They're not allowed legally.
Really?
And same thing with attorney-client privilege.
That explains a lot. Good to know.
I know you still have to abide by your client's discretion and secrecy based around like your client's cases.
Well, I don't have to.
But you kind of do, right?
I'm not going to go to jail. They're the ones that are going to go to jail if anything wrong happens. But anything I say will be used against them in the court of law. You have to edit it and stuff. It's okay. I think we're all right. Double jeopardy, right? Double jeopardy. It's fine. So I'm free to talk about it.
All right. You're known for representing some of our previous guests, Little Capper, Uptown Terrence.
Those were both two of my previous clients. They both since fired me.
Are there any cases right now that you can speak on?
On the record, no. Off the record, of course. So Lil Capper's case, he essentially was caught with an excessive amount of Flintstone vitamins, a felony amount of Flintstone vitamins. I don't know, he was mixing it in a styrofoam cup along with Tylenol and other over-the-counter items. He just had an unexplainable amount of Flintstone vitamins. For whatever reason, the case was heading in a bad way. He ended up firing me.
Okay.
So that case is up for grabs.
Are you before I pry a little bit deeper into that case,
sure.
Are you not worried about attorney-client privilege?
Attorney-client privilege, what is that?
Well, it's more like, whatever your client tells you, you have to keep secret for them.
Oh, sure, yeah. As to not implicate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, doesn't matter to me, per se. I'm not going to go to jail, but It's all good. We're not in the courthouse right now. I don't consider that on the record. This to me is off the record.
Just to be clear, everything here is being recorded, so
Sure.
technically on the record.
Well,
Yeah, have they already?